Hey guys, I want to talk today about the Expat Wonderland. You know, a lot of the new guys that are coming over here, they're expecting perfection from the Expat Wonderland, the Philippines. And it is an Expat Wonderland for all of us that come here, for most of us anyway, not for all of us. For some people, it does become a nightmare. We've talked about that, and I don't want to talk about that part today. I want to talk a little bit about it, but not a lot. I want to talk about the great parts of the Philippines. The greatest part is the people here. And one of the things that I've noticed since I've come here is that since I've come here, my friends have been my greatest asset here. And as you live here, friends will come and go. And you notice that a lot here. I noticed since I've come here, I went to Kenny Rogers when I started coming here. And when I first got here, I should say. And I got to know everybody. They would come to my house, some of them wouldn't. Some of them, we just became friends in the restaurant and would talk, and they'd sit and chat with me sometimes or come over to my table or whatever. But we kind of became really close friends. And, I got to know some of their kids. I got to know their families a little bit for a few of them. I've actually had one of them living at my house for a while, short term, to help them for a while. And I just, it's funny how you become close with people. But I saw that whole restaurant turn over all their help over the past 5 years that I've been here. And they're on the last person I know there now. And it kind of shows how long I've been here. And with the new people coming in, I haven't been that friendly with them because of the fact that they don't seem like the other people. Like when I first got here, it was kind of like that feeling like, wow, I got some new friends here now. And as you've been here, you make a lot of new friends. And everywhere I go in the Philippines, I'm making new friends. And I love having new friends here. I mean, I have my expat friends, but I have my Filipino friends. And like I say, friends come and go. Some people, they're just, I got my dog behind me here making all kinds of noises here in the grass. But anyway, friends come and go, and sometimes you have disagreements with people or whatever. But the greatest asset of the Philippines is your friends here. And I notice that as I move through life here, that as I walk through the malls and I walk through the streets and as I go places and I go to resorts and I go different places, no matter where I go, I'm starting to meet my old friends out there, and I'm starting to, it's funny because there's so many people in the Philippines. Despite that many people, it's a small place. So you get to know people, or you get to know people that know your other friends or something. They'll come up to you and say, "Hey, you're so-and-so's friend because I saw you with them on Facebook or something like that." And it's kind of fun, getting to know a lot of people. And I know a lot of people here because of, who I am here in the Philippines as a vlogger, obviously. And I get a lot of people in the malls coming up to me for that. But it's amazing the friendships that you make here. And those friendships, man, they help you a lot. And the other thing about the Philippines that makes it a wonderland is the beauty that's here. As you get outside of the city, it's very beautiful and there's beautiful places. But there are downsides, and we're not here to talk about the downsides. We're talking about the great places and great places to go. And those places come at a cost, and we've talked about that too. When you're living in all these beautiful places far away off the beaten path, you kind of give up a lot of your foods and stuff like that. You have to go places really far away and take them back in an ice chest or and bring them back to your place and put them in your fridge and freeze them. And sometimes you have to refreeze things because they thaw out by the time they get back to your house or whatever. And that's the sad part about living here, is that everything's so far away if you're used to Western goods. So you got to kind of try to figure on, what are you going to eat? You're going to eat Filipino foods. And if you're not a big Filipino food person, I notice even where I live sometimes, I make things that are, I make my own little wonderland as far as foods go. I make like a breakfast burrito or tortillas. Tortillas are pretty much readily available here. The flat things that you buy, they're made of bread, and you have those, and you can just throw them in a frying pan for a second to warm them up. You throw some scrambled eggs and cheese in the pan afterwards, mix it all up. You throw it on top of the tortilla, you throw some salsa on in, you get yourself a nice breakfast burrito, and you put some cheese in there too. You can put cheese in your eggs. And that's what I do lately. Is I get up every morning, and we make something like that. We make those breakfast burritos, and I make grilled cheese with tomatoes, things like that. I make a lot of different. You can make spaghetti. You can make your own meatballs. There's things here that you can make with the stuff that's around you. Pork chops are always available here too, obviously, and you can have A1 sauce. For me, I try to make things that I like here, and you make it your own wonderland. And I know for guys down south, and I talk down there with my friend Tom down in Mindanao, and Tom has a rough time down there sometimes. He likes American foods like I do. You can still get good foods, but the closer you are to Manila, when you get certain things, say mussels or shrimp or things like that, you kind of wonder where they come from. Are they coming from Manila Bay? I would not want to eat anything coming out of Manila Bay. That's just me. If it's coming up from Batangas, I'm all in. I'll eat shrimp from down there, or fish, or what have you. That's the other thing too, is over here, if you get like a little fry-later, and you like eating fish or shrimp, you can make your own fried shrimp or fish or whatever. Fish and chips, French fries. French fries are usually ready available in most towns here at most supermarkets like Super 8s and Robinsons and all those other supermarkets that are out there. Those are things that will make your expat wonderland better for you. The people that get around the best here, and so that are the real survivors, are the guys that eat the Filipino food. And I love things like lumpia, and I love some of the chicken adobo and stuff like that sometimes, but I'm not a really huge fan of it. I do like American Chinese food, so I like going to, like I said, Panda Express. We talked about this before. But also, guys, for your wonderland, you should always put aside something to travel each year, so you can travel in your wonderland of the Philippines. A lot of guys settle in an area and they just stay there. There's so many beautiful places either you can move to or whatever, but for us, as we get older, we always have to take into consideration the fact that we have to be near those hospitals. For me now, with my sciatic issue here, I'm gonna be going up to Manila and spending some time up there to get my sciatic nerve unpinched, and I'm going to go see a chiropractor up there. And I got the name of a chiropractor up there. I'm going to buy 8 sessions and see how I do with that. If I start feeling better, then I'm going to, maybe I'll buy 8 more sessions or whatever until I'm totally healed. I got to get healed from this. And I've made a decision that within the next month or two, I'm going to really, really fight this to get this fixed. The massage helps to soothe the pain for me. But to have my expat wonderland, I gotta feel good. And the same goes for you guys when you come over here. If you got diabetes, or you got issues with neuropathy or nerves or health conditions or disabilities or whatever, those things are going to impede you as far as your expat wonderland over here. Making it an expat wonderland, because it can become a hell over here for these people that are coming over here with all these issues, especially if they don't have enough money to take care of those issues. And even if you get help from the VA is limited over here because of the fact that it's just a clinic. That's all it is, and yes, you got FMP over here, and yes, you need to have emergency money over here too. And with everything going on with me, the emergency money goes fast. People think, oh man, 10,000 is going to last you forever in the Philippines. I heard how cheap it is over there in the Philippines. No, it goes fast when you're using chiropractors or getting massages as often as you can, or you're doing other things. You have to understand that it can be rough, and costly. When you get sore over here, you have something hurting you, or you break a leg or something like that. Man, it's rough getting around over here. It's not like back home. Yes, we have public transportation and cheap transportation, but if you need to go far to get to these places, it can be costly, because you might want to hire a van, or you might want to hire a Grab or something like that. It gets costly then, and it starts biting into your budget or whatever, and that can wreck your expat wonderland. And yes, this is a good expat wonderland, and it is cheaper over here than a lot of other places. There's a lot of places out there that are much more expensive, but there are places out there with better medical care. Portugal, Thailand, Japan, there's many places out there. I'm not sure about Cambodia. Belize does not have good medical care. Mexico has halfway decent medical care. The Philippines is kind of sporadic. If you're in Manila or near Manila, you're going to get excellent health care here. If you're outside of Manila, then it goes downhill as you go south. I mean, yes, Cebu, Davao probably has great medical care down in those places. Other places, not so good. It depends where you are. North of Manila, there are some great medical facilities north of Manila that you can go to too. It's up by the Subic Bay area and Angeles. They have some good places up there that you can go. When you come here, you need to make the Philippines yours. You need to make the place where you live fit you to be your wonderland. And you really need to do your due diligence. You really need to do your homework. You need to find the bank that fits your needs. You need to find the girl that fits your needs, the family that fits your needs. And you need to find the facilities around you that are going to fit your bill. Okay? Because if you don't find all those in that place, don't go there, because it's going to make make a living hell for you. Don't work around the girl, work around yourself. And I know that sounds selfish, but most of the girls here are healthy. You're not. You're older. And even if you are healthy, you're still aging, and you're going to need medical care at some point in your life. I always thought I was going to be healthy forever here. I always thought that my health was going to be pretty decent. I knew I had my back issues. I knew that was getting worse. And now here I am, and it can be killer. And if you come over here and you got diabetes or something like that, you really need to watch yourself and stay healthy. And the foods over here that diabetics need to eat are harder to find over here. It's harder to find things that are sugar-free, like sugar-free. There's a lot of foods over here, a lot more junk food over here, and a lot more drinks with sugars and stuff like that. Yes, you can get Diet Cokes and diet sodas and stuff like that, but it's more than just that. I mean, there's a lot of the foods are kind of junk foods because Filipinos like eating junk food, and that's why diabetes is so prevalent over here. And it definitely hurts people over here. But when you're over here, make your little world yours, and everybody has a different style of living. Make sure that your lifestyle is going to fit you. I'm over here, and I mean, I've shown you this tons of times here, you guys, for you new guys here. This is my area, and it's a beautiful area here, and I love it here. I mean, I love being here. It's my type of place, and I think I will be moving somewhere else in town sooner or later. I'm thinking about it. I'm not totally sure where I'm going to go. I will probably still keep this place just as a place to meet people and to set up as an office over here or whatever, I'm thinking. But, make it your wonderland. When you come here, make sure you set up your life, and make sure you set up your budgets, and make sure that your amount of money is going to make it your wonderland. If you guys don't figure your budgets before you come here, and don't just figure this is what I need, all the stuff that it takes to live. Figure out how much you're going to need each month to live as far as spending money, doing things, and to save for when you're in your 70s, okay? That's going to help you get you to where you need to be till the day you pass away. If you don't put aside money from your 60s to your 70s are going to be hell in the Philippines, okay? You should be able to put away a good chunk of money, $300 to $500 a month. You should be able to put away, or at least $250 a month, I would say, till the time you're 70. Put that away so that you have it along with your other money that you have for your emergency fund, and build it higher. And some guys say, well, I'm not going to leave that to my girlfriend when I die, or or to my wife or whatever. Why would I do that? That's a selfish way of thinking, because you know what? You might get sick, and it might be something that you're not going to die from, but you might suffer from, and you might need that money later. And then you find yourself penniless. That's selfish. It's selfish to you and to your family. And you really, if you're going to live here in a wonderland, in an expat wonderland, you got to make sure that you have the money and you have everything in place to take care of that. Because like I said, the 70s are going to be hell for you for costs and stuff like that, for insurance. You know, if you guys need insurance, make sure you contact Michael Onstad. Okay, Michael is our expat insurance representative, and he pretty much covers all of the Philippines. He sells 10% of Pacific Cross's insurance. Okay, he's that big. Okay, and if you guys need help, he represents our group, and he represents a lot of the other groups out there, and the other people, the other vloggers also use him, you know, because he's that good. He represents us really, really well, and I'm very thankful for Michael. Michael is a really good member of our group too. He goes to a lot of our meetings here, and I'm very thankful for Michael. But you can look up Michael Onstad. It's Onstad, okay, and he's on Facebook Messenger, and you'll see him on there, and you can contact him if you guys need insurance or anything. And he's one of the people that helps make this place an expat wonderland. You know, it really is an expat wonderland, but you need the help of people like him. You need the help of people like Mary Rose to do your SRRV retirement visas if you need to do that. Some people just like to do the tourist visas. You know, go back to my videos if you need help on anything. You know, and my videos will help guide you to make your expat wonderland here. And even before you get here, we even help. If you go way back in my videos, we talk about budgets. We talk about how to prep to come here. We talk about everything to come to the Philippines and make it safe and happy to be your wonderland. God bless, guys. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show.